Hey, how you doing? I'm here to discuss the new J. Cole album, Born Sinner, that was released June 25th. It was originally scheduled to be dropped sometime in July after the Kanye West release, but upon hearing the release date of Kanye West's album, he pushed his date up and released it on the same exact day that Kanye West released his, which caused a lot of buzz, a lot of controversy, and there was a lot of debates on who would have the better album, who would sell more. So let's get into it. Kanye is obviously the more established artist. He's been in the game for about 8 years now. This is about his eighth album. J. Cole did an interview on Power 1051 show a few weeks back prior to his album release, and he clearly stated that the reason why he pushed his album up was because he felt he wanted to be in the conversation of the great rappers of our time. You know, he's signed to Roc Nation with Jay-Z and Nas. He's rubbing elbows with those guys on a daily basis. He sees what they've done in their careers, and he sees Kanye West kind of on that same path up there to where Jay-Z and Nas and rappers like that who are still, up and running right now, making good music, are at right now in their career. And all he wanted to do is be recognized. He didn't want to wait, let Kanye do his thing and then come after, because he felt, what would that do for his career? He felt this would be a big move, and in any situation, he felt it was like a win-win. So he didn't have anything really to lose. It was really on Kanye. He was really challenging Kanye West, but as we all know, Kanye West really isn't one of those type of people who is threatened by many people. So even with the date change and having J. Cole drop his album on that same day, you really didn't see any difference in Kanye West. He didn't do any interviews discussing the topic of having him drop on the same day. He pretty much was unfazed. Kanye West at this point, him being so far in the game and what he's done, to manage to stand out and be the type of person he is. He's always in the media. Everything he does is recorded and is so hyped. So I don't really think he had an issue. Now let's fast forward a little bit. This is post album release after the 25th. The numbers are in. Kanye West is standing at 328,000, and J. Cole sits at 279. Not too far behind, way more than what everybody expected. The predictions were that it was going to be a landslide for Kanye West, and J. Cole was just going to be dominated completely in the album sales, and that is not what happened. J. Cole did a great job. He put in a great album. After listening, a lot of people, went out and bought it. I also have both albums. I listened to both of them, and in my opinion, I believe J. Cole does have the better album, but due to the fact, politics, way things work with fans and the industry, Kanye West has that established fan base that J. Cole is establishing at this point. He's only with his second album. J. Cole's album had a lot more content, had a lot more things to relate to. I found Kanye West, he kind of had that same feel to his albums that he's had in the past, with the high level, high energy, loud beats, kind of those organs with the electrical guitars and things like that. J. Cole had more of a contemporary type feel to his album. It was real soulful and a lot of inspirational music, but also he had a few like club songs that like really got the people going. He just had a lot more of a variety, and it brought a lot more to the table, I feel, in many aspects than Kanye West album, which was pretty much kind of what people expected. So it's almost like when you hear a new album, you kind of want to hear something new, not something we're kind of used to. And I feel J. Cole brought that a little better than Kanye West. J. Cole kind of has that unknown factor still with his music and how he puts forth his music, because he still is, he has a lot of things we don't know about him. He's only been in the game officially signed with a deal for about 2 or 3 years. So I feel a lot of people attract to J. Cole simply, they want to know more about him. They want to see, what he's really made of, if he could do this for a long time. People with Kanye West, his album pretty much was just, you know, we're just gonna see what he's got next. Like it's not like he doesn't have anything more. I feel that he can show to us that we haven't seen, and things he hasn't done, unless he has some kind of ridiculous next mixtape or album, but it looks like he's pretty much reached his plateau for his musical heights. But J. Cole is still on his way up, and he's learning, he's developing. You can see it in his music. His music has definitely grown since his last album, The Sideline Story. These sales, these numbers, what they show is that J. Cole did exactly what he said he would do. In his interview with Power 105, he said he just wanted to be mentioned in the same sentence, the same breath as people such as Kanye West and others that are at the top right now and have had that spot for a while. And he pretty much did everything he said he would do, which is pretty hard because, you can't control sales. You can't control the fans buying your music. All you can control is the music you put out and how great it is. And he put out a great album. The sales show that if he would have dropped probably with anybody else in this freshman class or sophomore class that he's in, he probably would have outshined them by far. Going against a veteran and giant in the game such as Kanye West, he pretty much showed to everybody that he's here to stay and he's arrived and it's his time and he's going to be making some good music for the future. So go cop the J. Cole album, Born Sinner, iTunes. I support it. If you listen to it, I'm sure you'll love it. Thank you.